Imagine waking up one day only to realize that you've become the prime suspect in a crime you didn't commit. Not just any crime, but a gruesome murder that has the entire city on edge. Welcome to the chilling tale of the mystery dead, an unsolved crime that continues to baffle experts to this day. In the early hours of a frosty January morning in 2023, the tranquility of a small town was shattered. The body of a woman, later identified as Jane Doe, was found in a deserted alleyway. She was found with no identification, no known relatives, and no apparent reason for anyone to want her dead, yet she had been brutally murdered. The local police force was instantly on high alert. The town had never seen such a crime before, and the pressure to solve it was immense. The following days saw an exhaustive investigation, with every resident of the town questioned and every lead pursued. Yet the case seemed to hit one dead end after another. The autopsy report only deepened the mystery. Jane Doe had not been killed by the blunt force trauma that was apparent from her injuries. Instead, the cause of her death was a rare, untraceable poison. The fact that the poison was found in her system, but not at the crime scene, suggested that she had been killed elsewhere and her body dumped in the alleyway. A prime suspect emerged in the form of a local man who had been seen arguing with Jane Doe shortly before her death. However, despite circumstantial evidence pointing towards him, the police could not find any solid proof of his involvement. His alibi was watertight, and none of the physical evidence at the crime scene could be linked to him. As weeks turned into months, and then years, the case of the mystery dead grew colder. Theories about who killed Jane Doe and why abound, but none have been proven. Some suggest a crime of passion, others a carefully planned murder. Some even speculate about a secret life Jane Doe might have led, one that led to her untimely death. Despite the best efforts of the police, the case remains unsolved to this day. The identity of Jane Doe's killer is a mystery that continues to haunt the town. It's a chilling reminder that sometimes the most ordinary places can hide the darkest secrets. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the mystery dead, we invite you to join us in trying to solve this enigmatic case. Share your theories, your suspicions, and your insights. After all, every mystery is just a truth waiting to be uncovered. Who do you think killed Jane Doe? And why? Could it be the local man with the watertight alibi, or someone else entirely? Could there be a piece of the puzzle that we're all missing? In the end, the only thing we know for certain is that Jane Doe deserves justice. And until her killer is found, the mystery dead will remain one of the most haunting, unsolved crimes of our time. Just when it seemed like the case would remain unsolved forever, a shocking revelation came to light. A secret diary of Jane Doe was discovered. This wasn't an ordinary diary, but a chilling record of fear and intimidation. The diary revealed that Jane had been receiving threats from an unknown person. She had been living in the shadow of fear, her words echoing the dread of an impending doom. More intriguingly, the diary entries hinted at a secret relationship with a powerful figure in the town. Could this figure be the unknown person she was afraid of? Could this person be the killer? As we delve deeper into Jane Doe's diary, the plot thickens in our search for the truth. The focus of our investigation now shifts to this powerful figure, a respected member of the community, who found himself under the spotlight of scrutiny. The police didn't waste any time and started investigating him. On the surface, he seemed innocent. He had a solid alibi for the night of the murder and was nowhere near the scene of the crime. But as we know, appearances can be deceiving. Despite his alibi, there were certain pieces of circumstantial evidence that didn't quite add up. The diary entries of Jane suggested an intimate relationship with him, laced with fear and intimidation. Could this esteemed figure be hiding a dark secret? Could he be the one Jane was afraid of? The plot thickens as we delve deeper into this tangled web of secrets and lies. In a shocking turn of events, our powerful figure, once held in high esteem, found himself in handcuffs, taken into custody. The town gasped collectively as the man they had respected was being paraded in front of flashing cameras. The trial that ensued was nothing short of a media sensation. The courtroom packed with curious spectators and voracious journalists. Despite the lack of concrete evidence and a solid alibi, the damning diary entries of Jane Doe and bits of circumstantial evidence were enough to convince the jury. The once respected figure was now condemned. the shadow of guilt looming large over him. In the end, it was Jane's voice from the grave that sealed his fate. In the wake of the verdict, the once buzzing town fell silent. The case of the mystery dead was finally closed. The powerful figure, once a beacon of respect and authority, was now a symbol of betrayal, sentenced to life in prison. The town was left reeling from the shocking revelation, the echoes of Jane Doe's diary entries still haunting the quiet streets. Jane Doe finally got justice, but the town would never be the same again. Her memory was etched into the heart of the community, a painful reminder of the tragedy that unfolded. The chilling tale of Jane Doe, the haunting unsolved crime, had come to a tragic end. Just when everyone thought the case was closed, a new piece of evidence emerged. As the powerful figure's belongings were being boxed up from his office, a letter slipped from a hidden compartment in his desk. It was a letter, written in the familiar handwriting of Jane Doe. The letter was dated a few days before her death, contradicting the fear and intimidation suggested by her diary entries. In the letter, Jane spoke of plans to run away, to start a new life with the very man now convicted of her murder. She wrote of their secret love, of their dreams for the future, a stark contrast to the chilling diary entries that painted him as a monster. But the most chilling part of the letter was the ending. Jane wrote of a third person, a mysterious figure who didn't want them to be together, a person who she feared would harm them if they discovered their plans. Could there be another person involved in Jane's murder? It appears that the haunting tale of Jane Doe might not be over after all. The town, still reeling from the aftermath of the trial, is once again plunged into a whirlpool of questions and suspicion. As the sun rises on a town still grappling with the aftershocks of the trial, a renewed sense of urgency takes hold of the police department. The case that was thought to be closed is reopened, this time focusing on the new lead, the mysterious figure Jane mentioned in her letter. The police, armed with the fresh piece of evidence, begin to investigate Jane's close circle again. They start with her friends, acquaintances, anyone who might have known about Jane's secret relationship. As they dig deeper, inconsistencies start to emerge. One friend in particular stands out. His alibi, once thought to be solid, starts to crumble under the weight of new evidence and intense scrutiny. This friend, it turns out, had access to the rare poison that killed Jane, a poison not easily obtained, known only to a select few. The friend was a botanist, well versed in the properties of exotic plants and their toxic potential. As the pieces of the puzzle start to fall into place, a new picture emerges. A picture that suggests that Jane's friend could be the real killer. Could it be that the powerful figure was wrongfully accused? Could the real killer have been hiding in plain sight all this time? The mystery deepens, and the town waits with bated breath for the next revelation. In a shocking twist that sends ripples through the small town, Jane's botanist friend is arrested. The serene morning is shattered by the wailing sirens as the police cars race down the quiet streets towards the botanist's house. The friend's alibi, once thought foolproof, disintegrates under the relentless scrutiny of the detectives. The inconsistencies pile up, growing too large to ignore. The friend, once a comforting presence in Jane's life, now emerges as a potential murderer. As the investigation intensifies, the police make a chilling discovery in the botanist's home. Hidden in a secret compartment, they find the rare poison that ended Jane's life. The botanist's knowledge of exotic plants and their toxic potential suddenly takes on a sinister hue. The town watches in stunned silence as the friend is led away in handcuffs. In the harsh, sterile light of the interrogation room, the friend finally breaks. Tears streaming down his face, he confesses to the heinous crime. A tale of jealousy and betrayal unfolds, painting a disturbing picture of a trusted friend turned killer. Jane's murder, it seems, was not the work of a powerful figure, but the result of a deeply personal vendetta. In a shocking twist, the real killer was someone Jane trusted. As the town reels from this revelation, we are left to wonder, how well do we really know the people in our lives? The town is left reeling from the shocking revelation. The once peaceful neighborhood is now shrouded in a cloud of fear and disbelief. The powerful figure, once the prime suspect in Jane's murder, walks free. His face, once a symbol of fear, now reflects relief as he steps out of the prison gates. The camera follows his every move, capturing the moment of his release. Meanwhile, the courtroom buzzes with nervous anticipation. The friend, now unmasked as the murderer, is handed a life sentence. The gavel falls, echoing the finality of his fate. His face, once familiar and friendly, now mirrors the cold, harsh reality of his crime. The camera pans to the silent crowd, their faces a mixture of shock, relief, and sadness. The town mourns the tragic fate of Jane Doe. Candlelight vigils are held in her memory, their soft glow illuminating the dark streets. Pictures of a smiling Jane are displayed, a stark contrast to the grim reality of her fate. The camera captures the raw emotion of the townsfolk, their tears reflecting the collective grief of a community in mourning. In the end, the truth was more shocking than anyone could have imagined. The camera pans out, capturing the quiet town, forever changed by the tragedy. The screen fades to black, leaving the viewers with a chilling reminder of the fragility of trust and the devastating consequences of betrayal.